Hello everyone, my name's Andy, and welcome back to another video, but hold on a second, this is not the same shirt and not the same moment of when the last video was, which I have to start this video by saying, I guess I kind of blundered somehow, and while I was going through my files of the footage of all the mods, I mistaken the rest of the footage for something else. So I deleted it, so now I can't edit anything that I don't have. I'm gonna have to catch you guys up on what I did in that little time frame compared to when I next started recording. Because otherwise, it's gonna make literally zero sense. Because even though I feel like I'll explain what happens, you won't know why the hell I'm there. So, um, let's go through this a little bit here. Okay, so in this footage here, I am kind of going forward, and this is the moment when I was trying to find a place to set up base, which took me quite a while. So I'll still cut some stuff out, but basically I have way more stuff here because well I went through like a dungeon or something I believe, and I got this like shield and some like iron armor and whatnot, and some simple tools and stuff. And I got that sword at the bottom, like all this stuff that I just pulled up there. I got all of that through a dungeon I did, which I'm kind of surprised I cut all that out by accident. But well, here we are, me explaining everything that's happening here. I was very impressed with these birds right here, like, cause like the birds in this mod make quite a lot of noise, and I was talking about how when I make my base, that I want to have these birds around because they kind of make it peaceful. Because there's like literally zero ambience in this game, and because besides the music, it's just kind of silent, so it's kind of strange. Like all you hear is me walking right now, so it's and the water noises, so it's a little bit strange. But anyway, I'm basically just looking for an area to start base here, which I'll go through the excruciating process here that I had to go through in order to find this sort of new base or set up base for the entire series. So basically, what's happening here in this clip is that I kind of found like a dead end where I didn't want to build my base here, so I decided to type random teleport RTP to see where I would go, and it took me to this really interesting place. It wouldn't load for the first few seconds, obviously, but it took me to this really giant sort of mountainous area, like plains mountain, like plateau things. And then I was getting attacked by phantoms, obviously, because whenever it comes to this kind of gameplay in Minecraft, I don't really sleep that well in this game. You'll never catch me sleeping in Minecraft. These guys will always attack me. I'm pretty sure these phantoms, because like I'm always doing so many different things in this that I probably have no time to sleep anyway. And then I just remembered when I saw it there, but that bag that I have in my hotbar is a backpack that I found off of a skeleton, I believe. It was a skeleton. And I'm also wearing a blue backpack right now that I found. I think maybe I also got it off of a mob, maybe. And I don't think I was putting torches in this dungeon, but I wasn't gonna explore this one. Like the place to find the quest to find a new area for me to live in, like the base where like everything happens and you need everything to go well, kind of it didn't come to me straight away. And like I have this diamond backpack here. Like I got a lot of, I don't know, like I had so much resources from looting. Like I think I found maybe like it was a mega structure or something, because I don't know why I had this many resources, but I came across I think some kind of dungeon, and then I found a backpack in there, and then with that backpack I got two different backpacks, which I just upgraded that one to gold in that moment there. And then I had enough diamonds from this dungeon to actually just straight up upgrade it to gold as well. But I'm getting attacked by a by a skeleton here. So yeah. Oh, and a spider too. Okay, like this place is very hostile when there's no lights around. And I got that hat as well from the dungeon. I think I got most of this from the dungeon. Um, but then this is when I upgraded to diamond. So it's a little unfortunate I won't be able to show you guys me getting the backpacks like in video here because I would have loved to do that because I don't like cutting out major progress because, well, I mean, like, you're like, how the hell did you get from point A to point B? So it's a little bit easier for me to sort of like show like, hey, this is where I'm getting this, or I'm getting this bag or this weapon or something. Like something that is very useful, but it's not like unexplanatory about how I even got that in the first place. So me having to bridge all this is quite the problematic situation here. So anyway, after that, I crafted a boat to sail the 7 seas of trying to find a new place, which felt like it took eternity because the more I boated, the more it was like, oh my goodness gracious, how much ocean is there in this world? It's actually wild. And it just goes on and on. Like I'm gonna cut most of this out, but I was boating for at least, I want to say, like 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes straight. Okay, so at this point, I had some iron furnaces from upgrading some simple furnace with the iron that I got from the dungeon that you guys have not seen, which I know it sounds like I'm talking out of my ass here, but trust me, I went into a big dungeon and got all this loot you see in front of you here. But anyway, my goal here was I already made a wood jetpack from the, I think it's iron jetpack, simply jetpack, I don't know, something jetpack mod, but I wanted to upgrade this to the stone variant, which had a little more power storage into it, because, well, the wooden one only has like 10,000 or so, I believe, or 20,000. So I wanted the stone one, which had 100,000, so I could fly for longer without having to worry about replacing it 24/7. Like, I don't have enough infinite power regen right now, but I wanted to make the stone jetpack, so I waited for quite a while here for the stone in here to melt, because I don't have any stone on me at this point. Anyway, after a long excruciating period, I had all the stuff I needed to craft a stone jetpack, and I felt great about this because even though I had like not a great way to generate power, I only had that coal generator in my inventory right there, which generates, I don't know, I want to say like 60 FE per second or tick or whatever, which isn't quite a lot, but it was enough to power the jetpack. So that's what I would mainly use to start going faster to find these areas that I wanted to live in, because it was very important to me that, like, if I was trying to find an area to set up pace permanently, like, it would take me quite a while. I knew that since, like, when I started exploring out here, so I charged it up with this coal generator. I would use it for basically the rest of me trying to find the area to live in, because, well, I mean, flying in a jetpack is way faster than you just running around, right? So, anyway, again, like I said, I started selling the 7 seas because I couldn't really find a good area that I decided to call, like, home. So I was like, maybe I can just random teleport, but then I was like, no, cooldown's still 1 hour and 16 minutes. Which, I don't know why a single player command has like a cooldown of real life time, but you know what, that's okay, I guess, because they aren't expecting you to randomly teleport around your map 24/7, because, you know, it's kind of expected that you find an area that you can stay in, basically, most, if not all, of the series. And then I decided that I didn't really want to do this random teleport crap. I really wanted to go back to spawn, because I wanted to stay somewhat near spawn, but not necessarily like in spawn, because then I would like have zero. The area that I'm in right now kind of links back to where I you know, like that beach over there is where I left off in the last episode, which it was going to continue, but then, well, my silly me had different ideas, so I came across this waystone here. I've been collecting a lot of waystones. You'll see in my inventory if you've noticed. Whenever I put my inventory up in these clips here, is I have waystones just on me, because I understood that it was very important to sort of to keep those on me, because since the slash home and random teleport features aren't very, they have cooldowns. Like the slash home has a 30-minute cooldown. 30 minutes. Like, I could be doing so much stuff in 30 minutes that it was actually crazy to me that, like, that had such a long cooldown. So that's why I've very early on decided that I should just keep all the waystones I get or, like, I come across. So I recently also discovered that there is mine colonies in this mod pack, which is basically just, like, kind of more realistic villages, basically, where you actually get, like, actual based on reality villages, like you can have an Aztec village, I believe, or something like that. Or I think if it lets me, I don't know if it's in this mod pack, but if I can make a more like Japanese style mine colony, I'd be down for that because I've always wanted to like, because the base idea that I have in mind is very um different from how I think the mine colony should be. That way it's more distinguishable and you know you can kind of tell. And then I came across another ocean, which seemed like I'd have to travel, like, the 5 worlds of ocean. After I also figured out the boats can jump. I don't know what mod has that, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, I had to sail quite another ocean just to find an area, and it was a very long sailing experience. Like, every time I sailed here, I was dead silent, because there was nothing to talk about. I was, like, just holding W and nothing was happening, so... Oh, the city guys, I'm having to watch the entire boating experience, but just know that I boated for a very, very long time. And then I came across an area, a sparse jungle area. I did want to live in a jungle area, but the major problems I have with jungle biomes in this game is that like, in order to even live in the jungle biomes, you kind of have to like deforest the entire area, and it looks like totally terrible because like the whole reason why you wanted to live in the jungle in the first place was because it looks pretty, but I didn't want to deforest the entire jungle. But then I came across this sparse jungle, which had very, like, it was kind of like plains, but, like, jungle plains. And I was very infatuated with, like, how this area looked. Because as you'll see right here, I found this kind of, like, hillside here where, where I was like, I could do something with this. And then I had a vision for and this area it was like a very strange unique generation here. Like you'll see behind here there's a giant forest wall along the way here, and that really I looked at it and I was like, oh my goodness gracious, this place is kind of looking great in terms of like wanting to build a base here. And then I jetpacked with the amount of energy I had left in my jetpack looking around the area. Because I was really starting to like this area, and then I envisioned a mine colony right there, in the future, that I think could be absolutely goated. Like that's where I'll put the mine colony because it's already sparse anyway. So if I take out the trees, then it's basically just like a plains jungle. And if I really wanted to, behind me over here is a giant jungle area, and then to the front. Across the way was this like awesome jungle island that I was originally thinking on building it there, but well, I mean, I like as soon as I saw this area, I had like the creative cogs in my brain were kind of going off, being like, I know what I can do here. I can make this base kind of like cool and unique and or special. So then I kind of surveyed the side of this mountain here because I knew I wanted to build my base into this, but I wasn't really sure like where to start, so I just kind of randomly decided to just start mining out an area because I was like, well, this is mostly sloped. I'm not gonna find like a naturally generating area that I can kind of just like already dig into. So the excavator inside of me decided to go to work here and kind of just mine out this area here. I wasn't really sure what I wanted it to turn out, but I had a shovel from the dungeon that mined like a 1x3 area that I was using quite a lot. And then I also figured out how to vein mine as well pretty good to kind of get rid of areas quite fast. Which then led me to like, once I started actually mining out the area, like taking views from the outside with my jetpack, I kind of started developing like how low I wanted the entrance to be, like how much blocks I should mine out and such. And then so I already had an idea in my head, and I was like, I kind of want a like kind of like a gate, like a small gate that leads down, or not necessarily down, but leads into an area. So I knew I needed to mine out some of that area because this area was very, like, I needed to mine out quite a lot of it because there wasn't a lot of room to walk around in. But the more I mined out, the more, like, the cogs in my brain started turning on what I should do. And then this guy also pulled up too, which I didn't like him too much. I just instantly killed him because he usually has diarrhea trades anyways, so I don't think anyone mind if I kill him. He's kind of annoying, even in modded Minecraft. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of him, but I really hope there is because he's so annoying. Because I did really like this area because, like, I saw all of this giant area here, and maybe in the future I had an idea that maybe I could, like, because there'll be the mine colony place over to the left, but then I could also build quite a lot of, like, aqua stuff because I'm imagining this mod pack there's quite a lot of, like, water stuff that I can do. Maybe I'll do that in my base. I don't really know, but there's quite a ginormous lake in front of my base, so I could use that for later on. And, like, as I was looking around, I was like, this is looking pretty good so far. But then I kind of realized that this is a little bit too, like, I needed to get one more block down so that I could, like, actually mine into the wall, because this is still way too higher up to the ceiling, where, like, I was probably, like, a few blocks off from being able to, like, make the ceiling go away. Like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 blocks from, like, mining to the open world, which I lowered the level here so that way it also made it look a lot better, because then just probably 1 block lowering it here, you'll see that, like, it's really adding something to, like, a little gateway in the wall, which is what I was going for, because I usually build most of my Minecraft bases in, like, mountains and such, because that way, if the mountain looks pretty and you're looking at my base from the outside, it looks much prettier, because then all the stuff on the inside, you're not really worried too much about decorating, so if it looks good on the outside, thanks to, like, a mountain or some kind of, like, generation, then it usually makes the base look quite good, I'd say. And then here's where I made the gate, like, the idea of where I was having the gateway for my base. I wasn't really sure how, like, far into the actual place I wanted to go, because I didn't want to make a giant area for the first starter. I just wanted to get started. Like, even though I had all this loot from the dungeon, I had nowhere to put it. Like, the main goal on my mind was to get some chests down to start storing my stuff, because after looting for a very long time, it became very prevalent in my head that, man, I need a lot of storage to put the stuff that I have from my bag into an area where I can access it. So that's what I was mainly making this area very fast for. But I also found, if you're wondering how I'm mining blocks with my bare fists, like, and a dirt block, I found this artifact where, I think it was called Digging Claws from the Artifacts mod, which basically let me, it upped all of my, like, everything I do, like base attacks or just anything I'm holding to the level of, like, a stone pickaxe. So that's how I'm able to mine this dirt and the stone with my bare fist without even using my, pickaxe, which I got quite used to. So if you don't see me using my pickaxe, that's why, because I acquired those little blue claw on my left hand there. That's upping my base mining level to stone. So if you're wondering how I was doing that this entire time, then that's why I was doing that, because I got very attached to doing that. It was very fun to mine stuff with, like, my bare hand, because then it saved me on durability for most of my tools. So this is when I started building the actual gateway, because I wanted something, like, in order to help my vision of how I wanted this place to look, I built this, like, I had a lot of cobble, obviously, because I mined out quite a lot of it trying to find this area here. So I used some cobble and some cobble stairs to make this sort of simple, like, kind of like gate, like, arch that leads into my base. I think this looks pretty good. That's why I did that way, like, where I did the stairways that way, so that way it would give more, like, it wouldn't just be like a straight box of a gateway. I didn't really like that, so that's why I added these little cobblestone stairs here. And then I was finally able to place chests down, and oh boy was I so happy, because this entire time, like, I wasn't really sure which side to put them on. Like, I put them over here at first, because I thought, well, I don't want them on the same side as my crafting table, But then I was also like, well, this side kind of looks a little strange to me. So then I moved them away. And then while I was doing this, I also looked up the sophisticated storage mod, which is the main mod that I was using here in order to, like, I had my eye on for quite a while. And the reason why I know so much about this mod is because I was researching it quite a bit. Um, because I figured out that you can upgrade these chests to like their like diamond and netherite variants, and you can give them stack upgrades so they can hold more than one thing in their storage. So, for example, if I had like a diamond sword, it would stack in the chest, which is really good because later on in this mod pack, I feel like you're gonna struggle with a lot of like different items because there's a lot of different items in this mod pack, especially with like different MBT data and whatnot. Because since different things have different data in here, it's way easier to like have things not stacked. So with these chests, I thought it'd be very easy to not run into that issue. And then I then figured out how to craft the base upgraders. So I upgrade them the base, and then they have those like little like grayed out little like boxes on the left, and that's where you put in your stack upgraders to have it go up a certain amount, or you I had a few simple things from going into the dungeon. Like I had these like crafting table and the smithing table that I grabbed and these iron furnaces for like a kind of like a simple little area. And once I had those basic chests down from the sophisticated storage mod, I felt really good because then I actually finally had some storage to put my things into. Because after, like, I want to say at least, like, a good while of, like, grabbing random stuff from either dungeons and the caves, I was really glad to finally get a place to store all of my random miscellaneous things I've acquired so far. But then, while I was searching how to make these diamond chests, like, as I was just saying, where, like, they hold quite a lot, I figured out that, damn, you need redstone torches in order to, in order to make in order to make these sort of special chests. So I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of redstone on me right now. But before I upgraded them, I also figured out that this place has had quite the like mob issue since I didn't lay it up that well. So I made this mega torch. I searched it up, and this torch kind of just prevents bad monsters from spawning in like a 64 block radius. I learned this a while back when it comes to modding. Like, I don't think there's a lot of mod packs that I know of that don't have the Mega Torch, but I was noticing on the map there's a lot of red all over the place, so it was a lot of enemies. So I wanted to get that down right away, since that was very important to me to not get attacked and my base blown up by like creepers and such. Because you'll see a creeper right there, like as I was flying away from my base, taking like a wide angle view on how I wanted to approach making my area here and trying to envision where I want this place to go next. I decided the fastest way to get rid of the creatures here was to just sleep, and then now once they've gone away, there won't be any more hostile spawns in my base, which that item is absolutely clutch because thanks to that, I don't have a single creeper hole in my base, which is pretty nice because I usually have quite a lot of holes because I'm kind of just like chilling on my base AFK, and then all of a sudden I'm not there to defend myself, so then a creeper just blows up, and then damn, I have a hole in my base, and then what am I supposed to do about that? And then luckily all that stops me from doing that, but and then I basically discovered that to upgrade these to diamond chests, and just looking at this like inventory screen right here, one diamond chest has basically like I want to say it has the equivalent of like 3 double chests. I want to say it's like a double chest and a half of storage room just in one slot. So then I actually mined out the wall here because I thought this was a little bit too close to like I felt kind of cramped. So then I mined the wall a little bit and then put these chests in the back instead. And then I also upgraded these chests to gold chests, which don't have as much as diamonds, but they're still quite a lot of storage. And then as I was doing this, I also decided that I wanted my area to be a little bit lower down in the ground because my original idea for this base was to like kind of like come in but not be at a straight level, but you can go down a little bit so that way you're not like just walking on a straight plane. So I decided to mine out almost the entire floor of the base, and then I thought it looked pretty bad. So then I replaced the area that didn't have any blocks with stairs to make it look a little more like a little bit better. So that way you're not just on a flat level, but it does look a little bit fancier when you have staircases going up. And then I decided to put my crafting table and the smithing table in the floor. And then I also already mined my furnaces to make room for this new area. And then I decided that I was gonna put them in front of my crafting utilities because I wanted to. It was a very expensive endeavor, but I upgraded all of them to gold furnaces, which smelt slightly faster than iron furnaces since I had a lot of gold from the dungeoning that have been cut out because I was stupid. That was all pretty much I wanted to explain a little bit better, but I will leave it now to the me in the video to explain what's going on. I just wanted to catch you guys up on why all of a sudden I'm cutting to when I have so much progress done, but no video. It's because I kind of messed up. It won't happen again. I won't accidentally delete my footage and then not have any footage left over. So, um, back to me, I guess.